Across the country, they're chanting no kings. But this isn't a revolution, it's a reaction. They're not fighting tyranny, they're mourning a loss. And somehow, that loss turned into another excuse to hit the streets.
I am a journalist, I am an immigrant, and I am a Muslim.
Whoa! Scared me. What are you out here protesting today?
It's not funny.
No, I'm serious. What are you guys out here protesting today?
Seriously, it's not funny. None of it's funny. It's not funny.
Scared and upset, and I don't understand why people did and voted for this.
And this beautiful Saturday, they are outside with rabbit costumes on, talking about a dictatorship.
Fucking piece of shit. Fucking pig.
Guys, what the actual fuck are you talking about? You love kings. Yeah, your fucking protest doesn't make any goddamn sense. It is so fucking ass backwards. The people who are saying that they don't want the government to control them are the same people who want the government to control them.
See, when they say they'll lose their freedoms or they're scared they cannot protest anymore, what they really mean is they might not be able to attack law enforcement anymore. They might not be able to attack agents anymore. They might not be able to do what they want without repercussions. What they're really afraid of is law and order. But that's just my 2 cents. Let's see what Scott Jennings has to say about it. Roll it.
But where is the energy in the Democratic Party? You see energy around protecting illegal populations. You see it every day. Energy around criminals, violent criminals. I mean, Democratic officials all over this country have worked very hard to let violent criminals out on the streets. Where is the lie in what is being said by Caroline Leavitt? This is where the energy is on the left.
The energy,
violent, illegal aliens, violent criminals, that's the energy. That's what you see.
The energy is behind protecting people's rights. It's behind not having citizens citizens, Americans.
What about illegal aliens being rounded up by ICE?
Many Democrats have said we got the immigration issue wrong and we need to fix it. Perhaps maybe in Congress, but we know that won't happen because they aren't even working right now. But people are protesting Americans being zip-tied, being detained without having their rights protected. I'm not saying that is not that is not the Democratic Party saying that let all illegal people or criminals run free. That is not what the Democratic Party is saying.
Those are the policies. Those are your.
No, they are not.
I mean, you have prosecutors and judges all over this country that have let violent criminal after violent criminal out on the streets, and then what do? They commit other violent crimes in city after city after city.
See, what Scott Jennings said is perfect. He always says the quiet part out loud. He always says what people need to hear. And that's what you need to hear exactly. They're not fighting for the American citizens. See, the Democrats have the Democrats tricked. They're not fighting for democracy, even though they're the Democrats. That name, Democrat, does not mean that you're fighting for democracy. Matter of fact, this does not make you democratic at all. When you're fighting for criminals that they catch, and when they do release them, they go back out and commit the same or if not worse violent crimes. See, my problem is when the criminals go out and they freely commit their crimes, they feel like they're backed by a quiet force. And that's the Democrat Party. The illegal immigrants coming to the United States and they feel security. The false sense of security, because now Donald Trump is not having that. We are back for law and order. We are back for the American citizens. We're back to make America great again. Not fight for illegal immigrants, not fight for crimes.
The only reason that CPD is out here wasting all of these resources is because you have leftist activists.
What about Chicago? This
guy threatened federal agents, said the Second Amendment goes both ways. So this guy threatened federal agents. How many criminals do you want to keep? Rapists, murderers? How many criminals? No, I'm just asking you, seriously.
They're fighting to keep the violence in their neighborhood.
How many criminals do you want in your neighborhood? Are you okay with rapists? Are you okay with murderers?
My sentiments exactly. These aren't protests. These are street fights.
That ends up bringing out CPD. That's the reason this is happening. You're wasting all of these resources because you have leftist activists pretending like they care about their community, protecting criminals in their community.
Do you remember when Scott asked, "Where's the lie?" And the room got eerily silent. Why? Because there was no lie. The prosecutors are still letting violent criminals go, and they're protesting for violent criminals to get back into the neighborhood and hurt innocent people. All right, so here's the list of recidivism in each state. I'm not going to read all of them, but currently we have Alaska, Delaware, New Hampshire. Alaska being the top, 58.5% of recidivism, 55.9% in Delaware, New Hampshire 47.8%, 46.1% of people just getting re-incarcerated. I want to go back and I want to read to you what's the definition of recidivism. It's the tendency of a convicted criminal to repeat or reoffend a crime after already receiving punishment or serving their sentence. The term is often used in conjunction with substance abuse, a synonym for relapse, but it's specifically used for criminal behavior. This is what they didn't want to show you. They showed you all the joy, peace, cosplay, Pikachu, all the dancing and songs and group, but this is what they did not show you. Roll it. They call it compassion, but compassion without accountability is chaos. Roll it. And right after that, Lord Trump puts everything in perspective. She ties the emotional part to the fact that they cannot define what a king is, and they don't know why they're mad. Roll it.
Everybody can see that. It should surprise absolutely nobody that the same group who doesn't understand the meaning of fascism and who also can't define what a woman is doesn't understand what a king is. President Donald Trump was overwhelmingly elected in the 2024 election. It was a Democratic election, it was a free and fair election, and he won the popular vote as a Republican for the first time in 20 years. So the idea that he's a king, maybe these people need to get a dictionary and look up the term. It feels to me like so many of these people don't know what to do with themselves because President Trump is delivering on all of his promises. He secured our border. We have the most secure border in the history of America. He's bringing down inflation. He's making life more affordable here, and he's bringing peace around the world. It's pretty clear they can't stand this, and so I guess their response is to get out in the streets and
they're protesting for non-law-abiding citizens, while the law-abiding citizens of America are getting ignored. That doesn't make sense. Make it make sense. Somehow we can't even find people in the protest crowd that can make any logic out of what they're doing. I seen a video when the guy was asked, what is he protesting for? He said, I don't know. He said, he's just out there because everyone else is out there protesting. The boomers were out there. They're protesting because they're getting old. They're getting played out. They're the last dying breed of the Democrat Party. They need something to hold on to. When leadership enforces the law, that's not oppression. That's order. And if you're offended by law and order, then maybe it's because the order exposed you. Well, now that we have the internet, everyone is exposed. All the Democrat lies, threats, and fear-mongering has been exposed, but somehow, some way, the cloak and the veil has not been uncovered amongst the many that was in the streets protesting for violent criminals to stay in America. If you agree with what Scott Jennings said and Lord Trump, then drop a comment in the bottom. And if you don't agree, then also drop a comment in the bottom. I want to hear your thoughts. My opinion is that they had a pointless protest. The protest was, I guess, for Jubilee. I guess it was for them to feel better about the loss that they had to take, the L that they had to take. That's what I think. That's my 2 cents. I think that all the congressmen and all the congresswomen should have been somewhere figuring out, sorting out how to open the government back up. This was not a government reopening protest. This was a non-law-abiding citizen protest. Keep them here. Keep our neighborhood unsafe protest. With cosplay. Let me know what you think in the comments about this protest. And until next time, please, love your neighbors. Be strong. Be vigilant. And as always, I love you. And you know I do. Before we close out, I want to leave you guys with No Cap on God. He's a content creator that I think trolls the Democrat Party very effectively. And I want to show you how ignorant they are to what they're actually doing, what they represent, and if there's no such thing as kings, then, well.
Free abortions.
Yes, Queen.
Free gender-affirming care for migrants.
Yes, Queen.
Child tax credits for dogs.
Yes, Queen.
ban standardized testing.
Yes, queen.
Oh, yeah, like my ADD is so crazy. Get rid of those things, please.
Yes, queen. Yeah.
Amazing. Different tax rate for white men.
Yes, queen.
Amen, sister. Love you. Love her energy. She's a yes queener.
If there are no kings, well, there can't be any queens.